Oh, it's just alternative dragon.
Yeah, but it has 2/5 attack.
Yeah.
Hello and welcome to the Cowboy4Game Yu-Gi-Oh podcast. I'm your host Jake. Today I am joined by Ben from NolanTCG.
Hello.
And Bragg from Braggio.
Hello.
How was our week in Yu-Gi-Oh? Let's start with Ben.
We are
been a
back
hot
in
minute.
Yugioh.
Yeah.
I'm back in the country, and I went to locals today, and I won.
You did.
Yeah.
Set 4 pass is a really strong strategy.
Look, a lot of people couldn't handle just 2 of the set 4 pass, so it's like, okay, cool. Yeah, so
Go
good,
Ace.
good return. Go Ace.
Go Ace.
So yeah, locals was fine. I was a little thrown by, well, Bragg was the same. We got thrown by the start time of the tournament, where despite the fact that we haven't been in the country for the past 2 weeks, you guys have been here. You still told us the wrong time to go show up.
I didn't tell you shit.
Tournaments apparently start at 12 now, and then group chat they were like, "Oh yeah, 12," and I was like,
None of us were aware of this.
"Look,
I only just turned up at 12, so I was in just as bad a position as you.
here we are."
Anyway, you got there, you won,
I got
so
there,
stop your
I
bitching.
won. Yeah.
Are you keen to stay on the deck?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna play the deck long term, especially if I'm winning locals every week.
But it's finding a way to play it. Well, you'll be back on Tuesday.
Go
Tuesday,
Ace.
6:30.
Yeah, I need to sort that out. Fun. What else? Did I do much Yu-Gi-Oh stuff in the last week of Japan? Not really. I bought a crap load of double sleeves because I found, or over sleeves because I found a really good brand of over sleeves that I quite like.
Yeah, very good.
What else did I do on my adventure? I finished my Rush Duel deck. We'll get to that. Will we? There'll be Rush Duel content. And yeah, that was the general locals experience. It's pretty straightforward. Sometimes I won die rolls, sometimes I lost die rolls, and then I just won all the matches.
Bragg.
Yeah, a lot of rush duels.
Oh, I finished the Master Duel tournament. Sorry, the festival. The Lights and Darks.
Oh, I haven't started
The
yet.
new one.
Yeah.
Well, we'll talk about that in a second.
Yeah, well, I finished it. Easy.
Now, when you say finished it,
I got to the end where I was getting gems, and I was like, I'm done.
yeah. Did you... We'll talk about it in a second anyway. Bragg.
Yeah, so did a bunch of Rush Duel content, some box openings on my channel. Please go check them out. I built the machine deck because I didn't get enough Harpy cards because, like, sure, Japanese product is cheaper, but you sure as hell don't pull stuff either. Like, it's still very much the same RNG. Like, so you got to go and hit up the singles, and I guess that's why singles markets at their card stores are.
Fucking huge.
Yeah.
And not that expensive.
Yeah, they must give nothing. They must buy them for nothing.
Yeah.
And then people sell them for nothing, but if you sell lots of cards for nothing, you eventually make your money back and keep going. Maybe that's a theory. I don't know. Or they treat it as a rental. Yeah, we'll find out.
Well, from what I found, because I did a bit of searching for commons when I was there, and like their commons are still like 30 cents each.
Yeah.
And like if packs are only $1, and they're selling those commons at 30 cents a pop, and like the rare at $1, they're getting their value back pretty easily on selling those packs.
Yeah.
Because like I'm assuming cost price is less than that $1 per pack.
But not every common's good.
And not every pack's $1 per pack.
Yeah, a lot of the commons are trash promos and stuff, where it's like, we're already at the point where now you've got your 4 lead normal monsters which don't even work in the main game now. Like, when we start out, there's going to be some normal monsters flying around, 1500 attack as the peak. But that's not the case in the main game. There's
No.
power creep's already taken hold, and it's only been 3 years? Yeah, started 2020. Which, yeah.
My deck requires you to play a normal monster for the fusion spell.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm playing like 7 Roads, which is like reverse branded, where you shuffle the fusion spell shuffles back into deck from grave.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, as long as you have to fusion summon with 7 Roads Magician, but it shuffles back from grave to do it.
And that's with its own spell, yeah?
Yeah, so it's like 7 Roads Fusion or something like that. So you play like a bunch of the 7 Roads cards that are just like, mill 1, do this effect. So like 7 Roads Magician, mill 1, this card gains 200 for each different attribute, spellcaster, engrave.
I'm hearing much more about Rush Tools than I ever thought I would.
That's
or
okay.
ever wanted to.
There's going to be so much Rush Tools content.
Yeah, look, we'll get there. Rush Tool Corner
Coming soon.
pretty soon.
To a podcast near you.
Otherwise, yeah, went to play normal locals today. Had missed a memo of the start time. The communication was pretty iffy, and also on my end. But also, I just don't want to.
I was really confused by the fact that they were willing to hold the tournament for me, but not let you, Rego.
No, I got as soon because he just went out going where Jay correctly said, "Hey, we're still waiting on someone because it isn't 12:30 yet." And he's like, "I'll just give him a buy," and like kept reading out the pairings. I'm like, "Well, fuck me, I guess." Been coming here for 10 years. Obviously, there's been some periods of not so, but for the most part, set it up. Would like a bit more communication on when the new fucking start time is.
Would be nice. And
Look, I could have clearly communicated, but that's not where I'm at anymore. Like I don't want to go seeking of how can I give you my money. That's not what my job is as a customer anymore. So I'm kind of just as soon as he's like throughout that, I'll give Ben the buy. I'm like, well, fuck me, I guess I'm out of here. Well, I'm probably not going to play Tuesday.
oh,
Well, I can't make it. It's 6:30 either.
yeah, but that start time, yeah.
Yeah, it'll be a bit too tight, so then we have to figure out if I'm in a Thursday gaming mood. That was my week. How about yours, Jake?
My week's been okay. So playing Unchained at the moment. I feel like the side is letting me down. Actually, no, I know the side is letting me down because like games 1 are fine, but then once I start bringing stuff in and changing stuff out, the sides just aren't holding up to what they're needing to do. So I'm going to change those out.
What's the side strategy at the moment for you?
There isn't one.
Okay.
It's literally I transplanted it from another deck,
Yeah.
and it's just not correlating. So I'm going to have to change.
Yeah, no. There is also the time and tested strategy of don't get hit with your opponent's side deck cards.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good strategy.
Just go, oh, what are they going to bring? Oh, they're going to bring floodgates. Oh, let's just bring more back row removal, baby.
No. What are they going to bring? Floodgates? Let's hope they don't draw them.
Just play more draw cards? Go, I'll see more cards to not get floodgated.
Yes, pro strats.
Desire side deck.
Oh God, no. But yeah, other than that, the deck's been performing fine. I keep having this interaction every time I verse Leo that like I'll bait out a couple of negates and then I start doing the thing where I'm like, oh, okay, I target this, it destroys, it summons from deck. I do this again on a different thing, it summons from deck. And I like do that maybe 3 times and he's like, I don't want to hear it anymore. I'll scoop. I don't have to hear about what they do anymore. I'm like, they all do the same. They're all the same.
Against Luke, he was playing Infernoble, and he played like the new cards. I was like, I see this is still more cards they're adding to this deck that I'm just not going to read.
Yeah.
And like, there was
Like,
a lot of
just
text
get to the
on that
end
field
board and
spot.
let me know what's going on.
Like the field sport has a lot of text on it, and he was like, I pay 12 and I add 1. It's not once per turn. And I was like, it's not a hard once per turn. He's like, yeah. And I was like, good, I'm not going to read it. But I like assumed if it adds, that's going to be a once per turn.
Yeah, but it's kind of bonkers, that spell, in that it's soft once per turn on both the effects.
Yeah.
Like,
It's fine. I realized I went for the time-tested strategy, Jake. The time-tested strategy of just imperm the Assault Day.
Yeah.
It works. Still good.
but did you imperm the first effect or the second effect?
Second effect.
Yeah, it's always second effect.
Oh yeah, the first.
They can't use the card anyway.
Yeah.
Well, the old theory used to be, like, in the very start of Infernoble, that, like, you imperm the first effect and then it's not going to resolve the second one. But because they play so many extenders now, it's like,
Just go for the
that's
second
actually
assault
not going to
though.
work. Yeah.
Yeah.
Other than that, been playing Master Duel as well. I cannot get off Master 5. I just cannot. I'm, like, yo-yoing hard.
Oh.
Like, win one, lose one, win one, lose one, consistently.
I think I'm at... Is it Diamond before you go to Master?
Yeah.
I'm at Diamond 2 playing the shit-ass fucking version of Kashtira.
Yeah, so Kashtira is the thing that's probably given me the most problems. Less so the Fenrir Banish, but more so the Unicorn, because I can't do what I did in the TCG and play just 2... what's the fucking bitch's name?
Zeus.
No.
Oh, the one card that's at 1.
Yeah. What's her name? Telements... something.
The fusion.
Yeah, the level 5. I'm having a complete...
Carlos.
Kit Carlos, yeah. I can't just do what I did in the TCG and play 2 Kit Carlos, because it's limited in there.
Yeah, that's
I'm
fine,
like...
dandy.
It's, not ideal. So there will come a time pretty soon where I'll change deck, I think. But I just don't know what. It may be that once the rest of Cash comes out, I just like dial my brain down to 2 and just play fucking Brain Dead Cash.
I don't care enough about that game to want to get to the top of Master.
I'd like to do it once. Like, I've gotten close. I think I got to Master 3 last season. Yeah. And yeah, I think I fell off at that point because there was festivals that I preferred to do.
I just want Pearly.
I mean,
soon.
Where the Pearly at?
They'll stuff up the release.
No. They'll release Pearly this set and then wait another month for the Kashtira expansion.
But they still won't have the...
In the meantime, they'll just be like, oh, guys, we still need to address Terrelements, though.
I don't know if they do.
King of the Swamp to 1? That'll do it.
Yeah, so moving on to Master Duel, the newest event, as you mentioned before, because Angels vs. Demons wasn't quite thematic enough, so they've now gone for Dark vs. Light. So if you're not aware of it, basically you go in, you pick a team. It's not definitive. You can change it out if you want. And you play only Darks or only Lights as your only attribute. There's been some ban list changes, like I think Branded Fusion's at 1, and among some other things as well.
So I read into a lot of toxicity in this event.
Yeah. When there's no Ash, no Max C, it becomes really toxic.
I'm just playing this Floodgate deck. It's like, oh, cool, awesome. You summon your Golden Lord. Great. Or, oh, I can't Ash your Welcome Labyrinth? Oh, you got the pot with the field spell? Oh, okay. But the biggest thing that I never realized would be a problem, because I played Dark World again for this event, because I was just like, I'm not going to probably bring a new deck. I'm just going to play Dark World. Except I made it better, because then I can put in more dangers, because they're all Darks. Ran into the problem of outing Starry Dragon, which is not a thing that happens.
What?
So the Starry Night...
Oh, Starry Night.
It's just unaffected by dark effects.
Yeah. Can't be done.
Yeah. So I was just like, oh, I can attack over this, but it's not going to kill it. So, like, yeah.
Oh,
so it can't be destroyed
amazing.
by battle or monster effects of Darks.
Yes.
So my out was Unicorn.
Yes.
It was like, did I get to the Unicorn? Yes? Okay. I win. Did I not get
that
to the
is
No. Okay, I
the
lost.
funniest shit I've ever heard. My Dark Lord deck was going great, but I couldn't beat Starry Nights.
Like, I could beat it. The issue was just like, if I used the Unicorn and they summoned it again, I just scooped. Because I was like, oh, I can't out you now.
Surely in Dark World you'd like fuck around with the idea of playing Pot of Extra. Oh no, not what is it? The Recycle Draw 2.
Oh, the Shuffle 5 back draw 2.
Yeah. Surely you'd give that a go.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I finished it now.
Oh, true. Yeah, you finished it.
So, as someone who hasn't played this, when you queue up, are you guaranteed to verse the opposite deck?
No.
Or is it you can...
So
they would have that, and if they make that turn 1, and then there's sucks you on playing light.
Yeah. They lose. Yes.
Yeah, so they did say that in their thing they would do their best to have Dark versus Light.
They're not.
But if there's... Well, that's the thing. I think they are. Purely because when the event first started, they couldn't get the pairings to work. Like...
Where Brag's going? He's fixing the machine.
Okay. Yeah, so when it first came up, the pairings just weren't working. So it had like a minute timer, and it reset for me like 4 or 5 times without finding anybody. So...
so they... Yeah, so it must
They were making genuine attempts to make it Dark versus Light.
Oh no, I've just realized Brag's entered another room that's playing copyrighted content.
No, it's fine.
Oh no. What is that picked up on the mic?
Look.
Bragg forgot his podcast aid.
Well, we can just mute that part, right?
Nah, it's fine. Don't you face it the other way?
Like,
Yeah.
what in the fuck is this?
It's his podcast assistance device.
Okay. Anyway.
I ruined the podcast actively to get.
Yeah.
So not really a good
It's going to podcast.
It's a terrible assistant. So yeah, I can't remember all of the loner decks, but yeah, I think Starry Night would have been one of them, surely. Or were you just versing someone with Starry Night?
I versed like 4 different Starry Night people, and I was like,
surely then.
Oh.
I'm assuming then that Starry Night is one of the loner decks. Psyframe's another for light.
I played a lot of Psyframe, Cyburst.
Yeah, there's a lot of that.
Yeah, that guy's a sci-frame gamer.
It was like, yeah, so I summoned my gadgets, and then I summoned another one, and I made the Link 2, and I was like, cool, that's awesome. At one point I played against an opponent that was like, I made the Link 2, and I left the third Cyburst monster on field, and I was like, awesome. Discard Grapha, pop the Link 2. I won? Oh, cool.
And then in the dark one, again, I can't remember what the other two were. The one that I went with initially as a loner deck, because I couldn't be fucked at the time building something, was Rocket Time Thief. Very loose synergy, being that like the only rockets it gave you were the level 4s.
Yeah.
So you could just use them as Time Thief fodder.
Oh, I realized something like halfway through this event that I was just like, why is everyone just not playing this? So you could play Black Wings, or you could play Brandon.
Yes.
Just make your Burning Dragons and win.
Burning Dragon's limited.
Oh, it's at 1?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, the Blackwing one's at 3.
Yeah. I did get kind of dumpstered by a Blackwing deck
Yeah. Because you're playing Darks as well, you don't get hand traps. So you're just like, oh, cool.
Yeah, that's one advantage. Like, there's very few dark hand traps that dark decks actually want to run.
Yeah.
The
you can play DD Crow.
You can play DD Crow, Dimension Shifter, Cherries, but there's no targets for you because you can only run darks and your opponent can only run lights.
Yeah.
But light has Effect Veiler and Ghost Ogre.
Yes. I realized that in the very first duel when I got Ghost Ogre, and I was like, oh, cool. Like, I got Golden Lord popped, and then I was like, oh, awesome. And I was like, I still keep going here. And then I got Ogre, and I was like, I still win, but this is annoying now.
So yeah, in the light one, I decided that none of the loner decks were good enough. So what I ended up building was Trickstar Mech Knight. But what I didn't realize when I'd like already crafted half the Trickstars is that Reincarnation is limited.
Oh.
But it was quite funny when I was versing branded players because they inevitably also ran tier elements. They'd go for like a Sheeran effect. I'm like, goodbye! Just bash their head. And the Mech Knight thing did fine. And what I put together this morning, I didn't get a chance to play it yet, is tier element something or other. What was the other archetype?
How have you not gotten all the gems yet? Also, why do you keep playing these events once you get all the gems?
Well, because the Kashtira format is not super fun for me at the moment, and I'm having fun in the side events.
Yeah, I just stopped playing Master Duel once I'm done with getting my gems.
Well, I enjoy Master Duel.
There's so many other games to do.
Yeah, we got Rush Duels to play now. You've got the Rush Duels game on the Switch to play now, Jake.
My Switch currently isn't working.
Get it fixed so you can play Rush Duels.
In Japanese.
In Japanese.
Oh, not a fucking chance.
Just learn what they do.
Yeah, you just learn what the cards do. So
I don't know what my cards do in English.
It's very rare that you will have interaction with your opponent. So you just summon everything, and whatever it prompts you to do, you just do it. And then so that did that. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
absolutely. I will cut that from my deck.
Absolutely not. That is absolutely not happening. I appreciate the gift. It's simply not happening.
Come with the promo, Jake. It's fine.
Oh, then yeah, don't give a fuck. Okay, so besides that, in Master Duel, there is currently...
there's also promos inside of the box.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll check those out. We do have a couple new assets that have been added. We've got the Gravekeeper's Trap Hole Grave and Banish Surrounds.
I thought that already exists.
Yeah.
That's okay. Cool, that's cool.
Yep. And then we've got a Green Stone of Magic or Spell Counter base.
Yeah.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, it looks nice. I bought it.
You would use spell using fuck.
Yeah, all of my tier element spells.
Yeah.
Yeah?
The good one. Like Terraforming.
Terraforming's banned, Ben.
Yeah, because it was the good one.
I am now currently going back to brag YCS strats of foolish goods for the fucking trap. Yeah, it's the only option. It's the only option you got. You either have to hard open it or do that.
But God knows you're going to draw it and mill the other one.
Yep. Uh-huh. Hopefully we get some other stuff once the event's done. Like a new solo mode would be nice. The 10-year one was not too bad.
I'll be real. When I was in Japan, there was times when I was like settled in for bed for the night, and I was like, "Oh, I might play the solo on Master Duel." And I opened it up, saw the amount that there were, and saw the shitty ones that I had unlocked, and I was like, "No, no, I won't."
See,
be
this
doing
is it. You just spend a little bit of your time each time they come out, and just get them done.
No.
Yeah, but I didn't want to do the ones that I had.
No, you get plastered on a Tuesday night. Wednesday night, you message him, he talks you through it, you try and stream it.
Okay. My brain
Are we doing
just
that
freaked
Wednesdays
out then
now?
because I was like, we've just been at locals.
That's what
it's
we've
now
done
dark.
before.
Is it Tuesday?
Wasn't it Mondays? I swear we used to do it Mondays.
I can't do Mondays now. Pokemon locals. Ugh. The things you got to do for cups.
It would be good to
Well, do you have
start
to pay
streaming.
locals to get points now?
No.
You're all playing locals so that the locals can get a cup.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
And you got to do that now to qualify for Worlds.
yeah.
They made their Worlds qualification like harder.
Yeah.
Unless if you go to merry old England, which I'm tempted by.
Look, I'd just fucking go back to Japan and be like, I'm playing your locals. I'm playing your event.
Yeah, just try and get their one, because God knows how that works for any of the games.
There was 4,000 people at Worlds for Pokemon. And they were not prepared for that many people to be there.
And no.
And then there was the Yokohama Championship just across the road for Yugioh.
Yeah, I neglected the fact that it was the 3v3 on that day.
And there was 3 of us. Imagine.
And that,
Scenes.
we could have played the 3v3.
Yeah. Raspberry's Pearly
that
and
would've been sick.
junk shit.
Yeah.
Jesus. So yeah, moving off Master Duel, we move into the actual game. So we have a new V-Jump promo,
Yep.
or at least the hints of. So this one is called Blaze, the Supreme Ruler of Dragons. It's a Fire Rank 7 Xyz. At the moment, they haven't really given us any hints. Sometimes...
It's a Dark Ruler. A Dragon Ruler.
Oh, the scenes.
Well, they're saying that some of the kanji is the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a Dragon Ruler.
Oh, it definitely looks like one too. Oh, it looks like a badass. That's sick.
Could be cool. Like, it would mean they have to probably
Blaze.
unban at least one more of them.
It's unban all 4. One Yugioh is too powerful for the Dragon Rulers. People just going to nitpick them and play them in other decks. They're not going to play them together.
Well, it's either that, or it's like fire support, which would be bad, or it's red eye support, which would be worse.
Yeah.
There's one
My
of those
brain
3
then for a
things.
second went, Red Eyes is fire.
So they get banished. They search for another. Is there any cards that they can search for yet that is kind of broken?
Nah.
Dark Hole Dragon.
What's dark, isn't it?
Yeah, Dragon Rulers can't search dark.
Yeah, they only search the type and.
Maybe that's how they make them broken. They bring in a light and dark dragon ruler.
Oh
Yeah,
my
then
god!
they unban the
Yes.
other Dragon
Oh,
Rulers.
now you're speaking to me. Just bring them back at 3. Bring them with too many baby dragons. Off you go to the races. Yeah, sure. Dragons just won worlds. Guess what?
More dragons! I'm
Nuclear-
actually so sick of dragons as like a concept. I just want them to fuck off.
Nuke the current Dragon Link concept and bring back Dragon Rulers
Yeah.
with the 2 new dragons.
Like, just give them something else to do. Like, stop just making them free summons that are massive and just give them something different they can do. Because it's just so fucking tedious. I'm so sick of it. I hate it.
Bloody Bestials. I blame Bestials for this. Probably not. They would have found a way. Even without Bestials, it just would have been some other cooked shit.
We also have an announcement of a new card for, I'm not sure if you guys talked about this archetype at length, the Valmonicas.
No, these got announced after, didn't they?
Yeah, those were after. So, we're talking
yeah.
Centurions.
Oh, okay, sure. So yeah, the Valmonicas are inherently bad, but what they do, their cards
What they do is have women on the arc.
Well, yeah.
Do they work with sulfur chords?
No. I mean, no. So basically what they do, their cards are like all angel and devil themed, and their spells are that either give you 500 and give you a really good effect for the deck, not a really good effect in general, deck all kind of shit, or they pay you 500 life points and they give you a not so good effect for the deck.
Huh.
And like every time you do that, the 2 scales, they gain counters, and then once the counters are on, you can do like off-turn link summons that do some stuff.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember reading those.
So it does. They are pendulum monsters.
Yeah, it's a pendulum archetype.
So they work with Sulfur Core.
No, they don't.
So they can't. You can pendulum summon still. Can you not? Can you generically pendulum summon?
No, because the scales are 3 and 5.
Oh, that's fine.
It sucks
So
that
you
they
can
don't.
pendulum summon.
It sucks that they don't go down by the counters they've got on them.
Oh, that'd be sick. Yeah, they went up and down. And so like
That
once
would
they had
be.
one counter, it became a 2 and a 6, and
Yeah, they're not that good.
Or their scales are different.
The one good thing I'll give this deck is that it's like you discard one of them and it sets the scars from deck.
okay.
That's like the one good thing they have going for them is it's like painfully easy to get their scales. It's just once you have their scales, they're not that amazing. But anyway, they got a new card. So this one is you gain the 500 and then you can place a card from your hand to the bottom of your deck and then draw 2. Or you can pay 500 and add a Valmonica spell trap.
Cost?
Yes.
Got.
Oh, hang on. No, it doesn't.
Ah, okay, that's good.
So it says place 1 card from your hand to the bottom of the deck, and if you do, draw 2 cards.
Okay.
So yeah, you go. Anything on res? Nope.
I will be drawing 2 cards now.
Yeah.
Did I
So
tell you about that time that I drew 2 cards? It was insane. I had to play Valmonicas to do it. But hey.
It is Valiant Smashers, yeah?
yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, so this is like...
Why is this set called DBVS, by the way?
Because it's
Deck
Valiant
build.
support. It's deck build Valiant Smashes.
Oh, okay, sure.
Yeah.
I've been trying to work that out for ages. That's why I could never remember the name, because usually it's like the entire acronym is part of the archetype thingy, but I couldn't work it out.
It's actually the new season of Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball
versus Super.
Yeah. Just want it back. Need more Dragon
Well, the
Ball.
books kept going.
Yeah.
So, like, there's plenty of content for them to keep... I think the new season's actually coming, like, next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's going to be this year.
Guys, are you excited for the One Piece live action next week?
Oh,
shit,
Christ.
really?
Yeah. We're going to watch it. We're going to pull up Camp on the TV. We're going to watch it
Well,
after the podcast.
Me and Seb have to watch 1,000 more episodes, the actual one, so we can be up to date.
Oh, I thought the live action was back to the start.
Oh, probably.
I was going to say, surely it's
I
starting
don't
from
want
the
to watch
start.
that back to the start shit again. It'll be fun, I wonder where they stop. We'll find out.
Oh, they'll stop after the first one.
They'll stop after the first episode.
After One Piece, not Two Piece.
Yeah, no, definitely not a second piece. There will not be a One Piece 2. I can almost guarantee it. This will not get
Wouldn't be
renewed for
Two
another
Piece?
season. It will not get renewed for another
Three
season.
piece?
Is what I'm getting at.
Bragg posed a great statement today. Picari Sweater's just water 2. That is upgraded water.
What did you just say to me?
So Picari Sweat.
Picari Sweat.
And the bottle's over
There's
there.
a bottle over there.
We,
It's better than water.
You know, we can walk in here. I've already
I
ruined
have
this podcast
no
enough. I'll ruin it
fucking
more.
idea what the hell you're talking about.
Have you never not know what Picari Sweat is?
No.
He hasn't spent enough
It
time
sounds like a
eating
bitch
grocery
name.
here.
Yeah, you need to go to Asian grocery stores. Find the Picari
And
Sweat.
or any...
Yeah. Get your Picari Sweat. This is water 2. It's great.
Yeah. Like, I wasn't that hard on it this time. There was like, I had drunk it so much that I'm really keen for water.
I drunk 3 bottles of this a day.
You sweat. This is like, because this Powerade and Gatorade are like impossible to find.
This is effectively their version of Powerade and Gatorade. So
Except it's plain.
when you go to your Japanese locals, drink some Picari Sweat.
You would honestly assume that you're sponsored, but you're clearly not.
Oh, I'd do nasty things for Picari Sweats.
If I had a Picari Sweat sponsorship, that'd be incredible.
Mate, Konami TCG don't watch our
Jake,
podcast.
pull the face as well. We're going to do it together.
Absolutely not. Moving on, we have some sad news.
We're not sponsored by Picari Sweat.
Well, yeah, we already knew that news. It's
And
not.
they get
It's not
True
news
Element?
if we know
It's
it.
True Element support.
No, it's not that either. That would be great
Oh,
news
that's fine.
because Tier Element needs something in the current ban
It's
list.
not, it's not Centauri, is it?
Oh, I don't think so.
Because surely Tommy Lee Jones has dibs on that because of his boss coffee. I didn't see any of his face this year because he used to be on top of all the boss coffee vending machines. What is the sad news?
The sad news is
Oh,
that the
fuck,
2-player starter decks are delayed.
Oh, no.
We're meant to be getting them next month, but now they're delayed until Australia Day.
Oh, it's because Oh, it's because the writer's strike.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was going to say they don't want to give us fucking cheap Zeus.
No explanation has been provided.
It's because of the writer's strike. They need people to write the scripting for the 2-player duels, and there's a writer's strike in America, so...
I don't know if they need anybody to write that. They could give that to...
The writer's strike is
5-year-old?
impacting our lives, Jake.
Something tells me Konami is non-union. Like, it just... Jerome, let us know.
Just a
Show us
feeling.
your card, Jerome. But yeah, it is straight up. They don't want to cut themselves on a Zeus reprint.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, true. Especially if it ends up being in the Rarity Collection.
Yeah, like it straight up makes sense. And also, but putting it after the holiday period's a real shit decision. This product's probably going to tank.
More than likely.
And it sucks because it's such a good idea.
Yeah, I hope it gets here, like, in the time frame that they're now quoting, because I think it would do some good.
Send them over in the YCS Sydney kits, and I'll buy them.
Send them
Please.
over with some Bakari
You
sweat.
don't even you don't have to
And
worry
I'll buy
about
them.
logistics. You don't have to worry about anything. You just whack them in there. An extra box next to the giant. What are we going to be? What do you think the giant card's going to be next year? Put blue as again.
What else is coming out between
Dark
them?
Magician
Oh,
and some Bakari sweat.
After the high cheat promotion.
because the set just before our YCS would be the main set, right?
No, we've got the deck build pack as well. Oh, it's going to be the Centurion women's. And it'll be the big dragon with the crystals and that Argo looking thing.
Imagine we get like the Tistina second wave exclusive boss monster that they print, because there will be another one, I'll always guarantee it. They just give that one the giant card.
Quarter centi fire charmer. Have they done the charmers as giant cards?
Yeah, I think they did at least
Shortly, yeah.
Yeah.
Dark would be cool.
Yeah, but that's a man. No
No,
one wants
I don't
that.
think they did the Link Charmers. I think they did those new monsters that they've done.
Oh,
The main, yeah. Yeah, they definitely won't do dark. It's a dude. So, press the wrong button. But the next item is the Speedball box.
Hey, I was wondering. I had these queued up in my notes just in case he was going to cut me off. But yes,
I wasn't. There's not really enough news to be excluding any items.
He's a speed duel gamer.
Um,
Not that any of us are speed duel gamers anymore.
We're Rush Duel gamers now.
Rush duel gamers.
So there's 3 structures from what I can work out. I had the names. Rare Hunter, Joey, and Yugi.
Yeah.
So they obviously have all their things. The cards that are coming in secret rare, the ones of note are, well, to me at least anyway, Anti-Magic Arrows,
Ooh, yep.
the Arcana Art of Dark Magician, Dark Magician Girl, the starter deck art. Oh no, sorry, that's Dark Magician starter deck art, and the Dark Magician Girl. Dust Tornado, Goblin Attack Force, Kaiku, the Ghost Destroyer,
Oh yeah, that's yeah.
Night Beam, which is kind of cool. Red Eyes Black Dragon, from what I've seen of it, looks kind of nice. Summon Skull, and Widespread Ruin alternate art.
Oh.
I don't know.
Yeah, it did have another one, didn't it? Because one's like really like fire cloudy, and the other one is like just wind, isn't it?
I mean, probably, right? Among some other things, obviously. So when's that releasing? That's pretty soon, right? If it's not already out.
And the full list's out as well. Oh, Old Vindictive. Secret Old Vindictive would be cool just for my heart. Spell Power Graphs, 2 copies. Oh, you shouldn't have, Konami.
Well, they kind of need to. You can't do it with just one.
Graceful Dice. Oh, yeah. And Kunai with Chain. Kunai with Chain in the first format was really
I
good.
didn't say it properly, Bragg.
Sorry.
Kunai with Chain.
Fiend Kraken.
Yeah, this first ever printing.
You were fiending for the
Oh,
Kraken?
yeah, that's right. Yeah, we
Yeah.
did get that as a print that we can now have in the TCG.
Yeah, we now have our Kraken.
I did have another thing here.
Those Rush Duel arts just look so much better.
They do.
Like, come on, boss monster.
What's your last thing before we...
Well, before we move on to questions, we
we're
also...
not-
Hmm?
yeah.
We're gonna play.
Well,
Game
we're
of Rush
moving
Duels
on.
in the middle of a podcast.
Oh, you're fucking kidding.
Yeah.
What are you going to say? What was it?
What I was going to say is that beyond the fact that I'm going to now have to witness rush duels, we have some more concerning news. The price of the YCS in Europe, the very next one that's going to happen, whichever one that is going up quite significantly.
I think this is just a strategy in the attempt to cull their numbers a bit. Because they are getting some fucking huge turnouts.
Is the idea of this not to get good numbers? Do you not want more people playing your game?
There's getting good numbers, and there's getting so fucking huge numbers that you physically can't.
So yeah, if you double the price, halve the attendance, you make the same money, and then you have to pay less staff.
Yes.
But if they're struggling for people, we would assume that they're not staffing enough people anyway.
I don't think that they can generate enough staff for 3,000 people.
I reckon they're not trying hard enough.
They'd have to. I mean, the judge incentives are pretty good, but also then you just got so many. A lot of judges aren't cut for event space. They're in the framing of a making quick judgment. Yeah, a lot of judges are fine, but you need to almost have like event organizing and management courses. Like when you start getting to fucking 4,000 people, like that's like you got to have seckies. Like you've got to have. Yeah, you've got to have a lot more going on, so that's going to cost a lot of money.
Like, you do need to run security teams when, like, you have that many fucking people in it.
But if they throw in a mat and extra packs, I'm all for paying. I'll pay $50 for the experience, but you just got to give me a little something.
For us, this is going to end up being like $100, isn't it?
I mean, hopefully it doesn't go that high, but also we don't have that level of attendance, so I feel like they probably wouldn't feel the need to do that to us.
But it's us. It's... Like, whenever they try, like, the slightest bit of fuckery around events, we just cop the whole thing.
But packs don't cost them money. So, like, if you just went, hey, it's $60, here's 10 packs and a mat, or whatever.
Oh, I'll pay that, no problems.
Yeah, like...
But so far we're only getting half of that.
Yeah.
We're only getting the extra packs.
Yeah, and, like, so it's like, if you use the packs to subsidise, I feel less bad about my decision of handing over $60 to go X2 drop.
I just like the playmats because it's like a memory. So like,
yeah, it's a trophy of the thing.
Memory of this shit trip to Melbourne.
The trip to Melbourne was good. The YCS was awful.
I loved that YCS.
I hated that YCS.
Well, we don't. Look,
again, the YCS was bad. The trip was great.
That pendulum deck was so good.
I loved playing it.
Fucking Logan. Yeah. Look. I definitely think there is room to ask for more money for these events, and I think like if they provide a good experience, all for it. Bit skeptical though.
Yeah, it's Konami. We're always skeptical.
Always take what they do with the grain of you're about to get fucked.
Wait a minute. So I've just had this realization. On the dual disc, where do you put your extra deck?
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
Because I've got an extra deck.
Also, when you pop out the extra slots, it doesn't. You don't have the spell and trap slot, so you still only have 3 spells and traps, which for the most part is fine. For pendulums, that's fine. Where they're going to put their pendulums, that's another question.
Even on a regular dual disc, where's the extra deck? Was Yugi keeping his extra deck in his butt?
Well, don't just a lot of the fusion monsters just appear when you fuse the 2?
Yes, but was Yugi keeping his extra deck in his butt?
Well, because I mean, he has his jacket on most of the time. He has his little.
Why do you want Yugi to be shelving his extra deck so badly that you've said it multiple times?
I'm just theorizing.
Look, he has 4 pockets. It could have been in any of those, but no, you're like ass crack.
Kaiba had his Blue Eyes Ultimate up his butt.
Dark Sage definitely came from deck though. Somehow.
Kaiba was just
it's unclassified summoning effect.
I love it. I mean,
it sounds so stupid that the people that make this game call the way that a card summons itself unclassified. You make the classifications.
Red Eyes, fucking Metal Dragon or whatever.
Yeah, with Metal Morph.
Quit Metal Morph. In the games that never worked. Because there was times where I'm like, I'm gonna do it.
You just didn't always feel that you felt more in a winning position with Metal Morph just beating the fuck out of whatever.
It's the same card.
Yeah, why would I summon anything else from deck when I can just keep winning?
Oh, we're circling back a little bit, but back to the Dark versus Light thing. Another cringe deck that people are like frothing over is Evil Eye. So much Evil Eye.
A single Evil Eye.
Hate it so much.
I play against a lot more trap deck. So I found if I lost the coin toss, 95% of the time I should have just scooped. Because like you lose the coin toss, they either make me go first and they're playing like some fucking dumbass blind second deck, or they make me go second and they just set 4 pass summon their I forgot the name, lab cards.
Yeah, Lab's really annoying. I did have a funny interaction against Lab the other day when I was playing the Trickstar Magnite. They like did the hand thing to like set a card from deck,
Yep.
but I had Light Stage on board, so I was like, "Oh, thank you for that. Send that to bin, please."
Light Stage, too good. It is good.
It is quite good.
It was on the ban list.
Yeah.
And there's a reason for that.
I think it's still a 2 on Master Duel. I think so.
I'll believe you regardless.
Anyway, moving on to some questions. So, wait, you're going to play it in front of me now?
Yeah. What's the sound?
Yeah. Rush Duel Corner.
There.
So we'll get there.
Oh, I hate all
Welcome
of
to
this.
the dark seedy alley of the street we film this podcast on, and it's yeah.
Magical Stone Excavation.
It's getting a reprint.
Yeah, it's getting a reprint with gold art instead of, the shitty crystals. Pretty cool. That's pretty cool if I do say so, Jack.
Cards quite good in their format. Look, here it is. Adds back my fusion spells.
Yeah, then you can go...
Yeah.
and you got Poly, yeah?
Yeah, I have
Oh,
regular fusion.
God, he's got...
I just have regular
Oh,
fusion.
he's got fusion.
My legendary is Monster Reborn. But it probably should be Graceful, but I forgot to buy Graceful.
People don't play Graceful for some reason. I'm like, I guess you're drawing 4
Like,
every turn anyway.
You do in like this deck, you either play Reborn or Graceful because you mill.
Oh,
you
yeah,
want
yeah.
cards to be in bin.
Yeah, so you got to get the mill first.
So literally playing their version of Card Trader.
So, the Blue Eyes structure deck. We're getting Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon in a structure deck.
In a structure deck.
And so, Blue Eyes is a legendary card, so you can only play one of them. So we have to make do with other Blue Eyes cards. So Blue Eyes Blight Dragon is a 25/25. It is treated as Blue Eyes while in the hand, not on the field. That's pretty annoying. Oh god, that's going to ruin us. No, because that only fuses from field.
So you need to play the legendary polymerization.
Yeah.
Or they'll give them some Blue Eyes fusion.
On the field, here we go. Send the top card of the deck during this. You have to mill a card to make its name become Blue Eyes White Dragon and gain 500 attack. If you control a legend normal monster, you can choose one face at level or lower monster your opponent controls and destroy it. Oh, it's just alternative dragon.
Yeah, but it has 2/5 attack.
Yeah. Moving on to Blue Eyes Vision Dragon, 2500 2k. If you control a level 5 or level 8, or higher dragon monster, you can special summon this from your hand. Send the top card of the deck to the graveyard. This card's name is treated as a Blue Eyes White Dragon. If you fusion summon Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, and it can be used as 2 of the materials. So once Blue Eyes is out, you can summon it, and off you go to the races. They get Light Effigy as well, so you can treat it as a light monster. The Light Effigy art is actually different and kind of cool. I very much prefer the clouds.
I don't know what I did to deserve this,
You
And
didn't play
then-
enough Rush Duels.
but I apologize.
I'm just so keen, we can just... Blue Eyes is going to be everywhere. It's going to be all Blue Eyes Rush Duel gaming in 2 months' time.
No, it's fine. This deck hard counters it, so they're going to hit this on the ban list.
Yeah,
I
probably.
hate
They're
this so
gonna-
much.
God.
They're reprinting the Blue Eyes, they're reprinting a whole bunch of other Dragon stuff. Reprinting Cyberman, even though we've been swimming in a million of them. Reprinting Monster Reborn. And the Spell and Trap Destruction. And a reprint to
Wait.
Trap Hole.
So if they're reprinting Monster Reborn, they're not going to put Poly in the deck. Because they can't put both legendaries in.
Yeah, so you have to use a new... there has to be a fusion spell coming for them then.
Yeah.
Or they have to use the on-field fusion, which is kind of bad.
Yeah, that'd make the thing.
There's no way you don't just opt for Poly over... But Reborn... No, you opt for Poly. No way. Stay tuned for that content.
I don't have a legendary monster in my deck. I need a legendary monster.
And they gave, in the spirit of Ultimate Dragons, they gave Dragigas a level 3 as well. And it's a big one too. But not as big as Blue Eyes, 4300 attack. So you can either fuse 3 effect monsters for 4300,
Or just attack with
or
all of
just
them.
fuse 3 Blue Eyes for 45.
Yes.
Bullshit. Absolute bullshit.
Does that signify the end of this?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I draw my 5 for turn.
It's pretty good.
So moving on to questions. If you weren't aware, we do have a Discord link will be in the description below. Feel free to jump in, say hi, and ask us questions.
Especially Rush Duel questions.
Absolutely
Ask all
not.
the Rush Duel questions.
By next week, I want to ask, why isn't there a Blue Eyes maximum summon strategy?
My first question on Rush Doors, can you please stop?
No.
Our second question.
First answer.
Second question comes to us from Matthew Mack. What is your favorite video game of all time?
Oh.
The Rush Duel. No.
Yeah, God, no. That game fucking sucks.
Was it Yugioh video game or just
No, just video game.
Pokemon Red.
Look, I've sunk a lot of hours into that.
I've sunk like probably 3, maybe 400 hours into various Pokemon Reds.
Heart Gold's up
Various?
Like different saves.
No, I get that, but like, why?
I fucking love that game.
there. Yeah.
I can just kill a weekend if I just have a weekend where I just want to chill out. I'm just going to finish Pokemon Red.
In that vein, Pokemon Gold, you got me a Japanese copy.
Yes.
I'm very thankful. Its internal battery at the moment means you can't save and have the save file retained. It's a pretty easy fix, maybe. Or do you think you can finish the Elite Four in the life of a AA battery?
I mean, historically, no.
Yeah. No, but like we were idiots playing as kids. Well, maybe you were both perfect. Oh shit.
No,
But-
I was terrible.
Well, I was slightly older by that point, so
My first playthrough of Pokemon Red took me like 140 hours to beat because I couldn't figure out how to fix the guy in Saffron City who was thirsty.
Oh yeah.
My uncle had to tell me how to do it.
Christmas night when I had my Pokemon Blue, I was like playing until 2 a.m. and I was stuck in Viridian Forest. I couldn't work out Viridian Forest.
Was always so confusing, and then it just wasn't.
You saw the map from the top
Yeah,
later
you're
on, you're
like,
just
oh,
like,
okay.
oh, I'm a fucking moron.
I've never had a problem with Viridian Forests.
Yeah, but you couldn't work out a dude was fucking
Yeah.
thirsty, so shut the fuck up.
Jake, this was a great reflection of my life, where I can perfectly memorize patterns, social interaction. So, I should have known when I was 4 years old that this is how it was all going to play out.
Oh, I know exactly how this move set's gonna go. Oh, if I do this and do that. Oh, thirsty? Sucks to suck.
The cave that gets you to the ghost town, or to Lavender Town, perfectly memorized. Have you to talk to someone?
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Ah! Do I need flash? No. Do I need help? Yes.
Oh my god.
That looks. You need to unlock that to trigger the Fuchsia City gym as well, don't you? Like you're pretty much.
Oh,
like,
and no. You just need... So you can go around a long way.
because I know you
Fuchsia City.
because you can also you can do Cinnabar and Fuchsia separate.
Yes.
Except the pet like it's just way.
I don't
powered
think you can do Cinnabar, because Surf is in Saffron City.
Yep.
I think.
From
memory?
I just think you could sneak around. Like you could, because you can get to a point where you sneak down. I thought you got Surf off 4 for some reason, and then it's like, oh, that's weird.
I
that I got
could be
that now.
misremembering this, but...
You're meant to do Saffron and then go,
Yeah.
but I always skip
I
Saffron.
was
a bunch of
surfing
times.
Fuchsia.
Yeah,
But I don't think you can use Surf until you beat Saffron. I don't know.
Or
That's quite possibly it. It might be that Sabrina's the one that actually gives you access to use it.
Surf's in the fucking in the Safari Zone, isn't it?
No, I think Surf...
Strength's in the Safari Zone.
Oh, and then Surf's with the guy.
on the beach, I think.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Anywho, is
Hard gold.
Hot goal. Mine was a toss-up between two, because obviously read these questions quite in advance. I had some time to think. And I think ultimately it's going to be Kingdom Hearts 2.
Okay, and your other toss-up was Final Fantasy VIII?
10.
Ah.
10.
10
When
was...
you
10
said
was,
2, I was going to be like, they're both Square games, though, so...
Yeah, they are. 10 was like a game that I sunk a lot of hours into. Again, multiple save files.
Jake
but
really appreciated that laughing scene. He was like, I'm in. Wait, is that in 10?
yeah,
When the
that's
guy
in 10.
stands there and he's like,
I hated that so much. When I started playing it, I think it was on there was somewhere else that you could play it. I think I ended up buying like one of the like remaster type things where it had multiple games on the same disc and whatever. They integrated being able to skip scenes, which you couldn't do on the first game. I skipped the fuck out of that scene. I hated it so much. But anyway, what I was getting to is I had a lot of hours on Final Fantasy X. Again, multiple save files. There was different ways that you could like customize the characters because of the skill tree. So I was like trying different things on that. Yep. Loved the game. Still haven't actually like 100% clocked it because there's like really complicated shit to do. So I just never bothered, but had a lot of fun. The reason I went with Kingdom Hearts 2 is more so like a full memory thing because when that game came out, me and my friend went halves in the game, and it'd spend like 1 week at his place and then 1 week at mine, and we do a swap thing.
God, what it was like to be poor.
Like, I just want you to know that I had Kingdom Hearts 1.
Okay.
And I never completed the first level.
What? Traverse Town?
Fucking hated it.
You didn't like the game?
Mickey was too thirsty.
That's
Didn't
fine.
get it.
Yeah, like...
Mickey's like, I'm thirsty. He's like,
It's-
oh, I'm not this
You see
again.
Mickey at the start,
I did
and then
not
you never
get-
see him again until the end.
Like, I did not get
In the
very
first
many games growing up until like EB Games became a thing where you could just buy fucking dirt cheap secondhand games. Then I got like a shitload. But like when PS2 games were still quite hard to get and expensive, I got Kingdom Hearts because I was like, it's got all the Disney guys on the front, and then I put it in and was like, no, this ain't it.
I rented it once, but it might have been like a rental like both me and my brother were in on it. I think he gelled with it more. I just never really got into it.
That's
Like,
fine.
even when Kingdom Hearts 3 came out, like, I bought Kingdom Hearts 3 having known fully well that I hated 1 and 2. And I was just like, I'll buy Kingdom Hearts 3, I'll give it a shot. And I, like, forced myself to play, like, 3 or 4 worlds. And then eventually I was like, no, not happening.
That's fine. That's the thing about your favourite game, is it's yours. You don't have to have...
Yeah. But it's a popular
The same.
game.
It is a popular game.
And
It
it's
does
just
have some
something
very
I
hardcore fans,
don't like.
and that's okay.
I'm gonna fight those hardcore fans.
Yeah, you're
Sure.
allowed to like it, but you're not allowed to.
Like, what are you gonna do? Cry to your chocobo? Well, that's Final Fantasy.
Yep.
It's the same game.
It
Oh,
really,
that's a
it
weird
really
call.
isn't.
Yeah, I prefer Final Fantasy.
And that's fine. Which was your favourite Final Fantasy?
I have the boring answer at 7.
Yeah, 7 is the boring
So
answer.
he's gonna say,
7's the boring answer, but it is the best one.
so he's going to say the one with the Cowboys.
Nah,
The one with the Cowboys?
Cowboys.
number 13.
Oh, 13.
I didn't like 13 because it wasn't turn-based.
Yeah,
wasn't
once they
traditional
started
turn-based.
taking it away from turn-based, I think it was maybe 13 that they started doing that. I didn't like that. Also, X2 was a fucking awful game.
What about playing Final Fantasy 14 online, the world's most popular MMORPG?
I have heard
Why
far
have you
more
not played
about the
this?
game than I've ever played.
Yeah.
Anyway, next
Game's
question.
so popular that it was free, and they were like, we sold out. Sorry. Come back later.
Next question comes to us from Crobat5. You can only play one of these decks. Which is your pick? Salamangreat, Mathmech, Ignista, or Code Talkers?
Oh,
I'd play Code Talkers.
I liked Early Salad too.
I liked Early Salad, but then I just stopped wanting to tolerate Josh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, there's only
that's
so many times that he can be like, your build's wrong, and I'm like,
this is the
we're playing at locals, and I'm playing you in the final every week. Of course, I'm just gonna play the stuff that beats the mirror.
Yeah.
see. This is the big issue that this question has, in that the other decks are like neither here. Well, I suppose Mathmech to an extent is getting to that point now, but like the other two don't have Josh attached to it, so you can like forgive them a little bit. Whereas these ones are playing Salad while also having Josh scream in your ear over your shoulder that you've made the wrong play at the wrong time.
I like the funny ass shit that the Code Talking extra deck does.
Yeah.
Like, I really like that. It's quite funny.
Okay.
That's the reason why I want to play Code Talker.
Yeah.
But what funny extra deck stuff? What are you talking about?
Like, it just has like so many random ass toolboxy cards that are just like, oh, I did this. It's like, thanks, random link monster. I'm gonna use you to link summon, and it's like, no problem, Ben. I go.
Yeah. Like it's just like, oh, I was cheap to get it out,
Yeah.
and I didn't really do anything here, and now I'm linking up.
Like,
Oh,
they,
and then I just plus
yeah,
when
they all
you
just
link me.
plus you a little bit.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, cool. Like the link one, it's just like, thanks, link one. You came back, and it's like, I'm back, Ben. Yeah. I'm a banish now. And I'm like, okay, bye.
God,
Bye.
the cyber garbage.
Your issues with social interactions are beginning to really get up there, aren't they? Talking to fucking link monsters.
Yeah.
Well, for me,
Well,
obviously,
thanks
it's
for
Ignista. Ignista is just really fun to play.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I got you that nice playmat.
You did, yeah.
Turns out, so that, the YCS box set, or not box set,
Oh,
I translated this.
It had the box in it where they were supposed to be, but it was empty.
I translated it and I was like, oh, this is playmat only. Or I thought I'd watch the entire set.
That's alright, the mat's really nice.
The colouring on OCG mats is really
It's
good.
very rich, yeah. And the mats seem thicker, but I don't know if it's just because the mats that I'm comparing it to are like
Worn
flattened
into
over
the
time.
fucking ground.
Yeah, that too.
Like this one that's like on this table all the time has been like flattened.
Yeah, actually,
No more
it's
foam.
comparable to this one. Like, yeah. Anyway, but yeah, I like Ignista just because it's like not just a Cyberse Link deck. It's got like all the other shit going on. I just like that.
Okay.
yeah, I think they were cool. They're like. I'll wait till I watch the end before because we're gonna watch it.
Crobat 5, what's your favourite Rush Duels deck? I have a question for you.
Yeah,
Well, name the archetypes. He's at least given you 4 archetypes to choose
you
from.
had to choose between.
Yeah,
seven roads.
that's right. Seven
roads
roads,
and
blue
Gigas.
eyes.
If you have to choose between 7 roads and one of the 3 kit decks in the format designed to hard counter 7 roads, what would you choose?
His second question, and what will be our last question, what are your thoughts on this card? Is it good or garbage? I reckon this should be a segment as well.
Yeah.
Good or garbage.
It's garbage.
I mean, you're not wrong, but let's read out what it is. Mech Lord, Astro Dragon, Triskelion.
Garbage. I gotta hit it harder. Okay.
You do.
Spank it.
But if you hit it hard for the button to come up, it doesn't make the sound. Oh, I did that time. Hey. You gotta give it a nice firm whole finger thing.
Yeah. I mean, it shouldn't really need to be explained that you need to hit the whole button for it to work properly.
I really hope the sound picks up in the microphones.
You'd think it would, yeah. But yeah, if you may or may not know, this one banishes 3 Mech Lords to summon itself, and when it declares an attack, you look through the opponent's extra deck and then equip an extra deck monster, and if it's a synchro, gets to attack 3 times.
So Mech Lords burned me back in the early days of Mech Scrap, so I will not consider it.
I like Mech Lords when I'm specifically using them in Outstanding Dog Marin FTK.
Jesus Christ. But yeah, it doesn't
Great
have
deck.
nearly enough utility. Also, if you want to rip extra deck, just play Dogmatic or Ritual.
Of course he's going to say that.
Yeah.
If you really want to rip extra deck,
No. No.
summon
I know what you're saying.
Unicorn.
Shut up.
and
What?
then declare an attack.
That's not nearly enough. That's only 1 card.
Oh, that's fine. Just rip the one off. You know the amount of times I've resolved Zeus in the mirror? 0 times. Because it is always ripped from your extra deck. I'm just like, that's okay. I'll just big eye you and big eye you and big eye you.
Big eye you and rip your Zeus. That doesn't work.
Big eye their Zeus. Then find a way to equip your stuff underneath it.
Yeah.
Return it to the egg. Take control of it and then return it to your extra deck.
If only XC Reborn ignored the summoning conditions.
Would be nice. But anyway, that does conclude us very much for this week. Thank you all for listening and watching. If you are on YouTube, like and subscribe. If you're listening along, feel free to favourite us. It really helps us on the back end. Leave your questions in our Discord for next week. Please do not mention Rush Duels. I will have an aneurysm.
Mention
We
all
will
the Rush
catch
Duels.
you next week.
Let's go.
Peace.